What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here today to bring you a video discussing the hot historic start for the Houston Texans rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud. Now let's talk about it. What a great start, man, for the Texans. 2-2. I didn't see this coming. I don't think many people did. And me myself, I'm a Falcons fan. I always say this, but I'm a Bryce Young truther. It's sad to see, man, but C.J. Stroud is outplaying every rookie quarterback right now, especially Bryce Young, who might look like he's the worst one from the bunch. And it's just been crazy to see. He's put to bed, at least for right now, through the first four games, about the Ohio State lineage. They have they're one of the better schools in college, but have one of the worst quarterback lineage in the NFL. I know people want to give that to Joe Burrow that he broke that streak, but no, we always got to count him for LSU in my personal opinion. I know he started at Ohio State, but he finished strong at LSU, and didn't get any playing time at Ohio State anyways. So there's no real highlight film of him there. Stroud is the first in my opinion. There's a bunch of great historic Ohio State guys: J.T. Barrett, Cordell Jones, Dwayne Haskins. The whole list goes on. Justin Fields, who's on that list as of right now as being not a good NFL player. And the list goes on a little further than that also, but than those guys mentioned. But Stroud looks the part. He looks poised. He looks he looks like he can read the entire field, unlike most of the other guys mentioned. He's just the guy that the looked like the Panthers should have picked. And as I said, being a Bryce Young truther, I'm kind of biased, and I'm kind of happy at the same time. Bryce Young is kind of failing because one, not failing, but not playing the greatest right now. Because one, like I said, I'm a Falcons fan. He's in my division, so I'm like, okay, cool. There's gonna be two easy wins for my Falcons. But at the same time, I was the same one on my YouTube channel just a couple years ago saying we should tank for Bryce Young. And I don't know if it's the situation he's in, or the scheme, or the team, or what, but he's not playing well. But you really can't give him or Justin Fields, if you want to bring him up also, you can't give them no O-line excuse. C.J. Stroud has not been playing with his O-line. He's been playing with third stringers. He's been breaking records these first 4 weeks with third stringers in some of these spots. His center has been out. Juice Scruggs been out. Left guard Kenyon Green's been out. Right tackle Titus Howard has been out, and also left tackle Larry Tunsil has been out for the entire season so far. Um, and then you even have Tunsil's backup Josh Jones, who missed a Week 4 matchup, and they've held up great. They held up great. They're being coached up great. They've been held up great. They're playing good teams also. They haven't played just scrubs and winless teams. They've played good teams who get pressure on quarterbacks for a living, like the Steelers. And they held him up right. He had a pretty good game. And looking at their O line, they have guys like Austin Deculus, Kendrick Green, Jared Patterson, Shaq Mason, and George Fant starting for yesterday. Some of those guys are cool. Some of those guys are former starters. But a lot of those guys, they're third string for a reason. And a lot of third stringers in, if you put other third stringers in for other quarterbacks, they're going to struggle. And Stroud didn't struggle at all. And looking at his historic start so far, yardage, he surpasses only through first 4 weeks. It's still early, but he surpassed Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Andrew Luck for the most yards through the first 4 games of their career. He only trails Cam Newton by about 100+ yards. Cam, started out super strong. He threw for what? Didn't he throw for 3 or 4 his first game, 300 or 400, if I'm not mistaken? A while back now. I was a shoot. When did Cam? I might have been in high school, my middle school, but when Cam was his rookie year. So yeah, that was a good little while ago. I've been out of school for a minute, so that was a while ago. And as far as passing attempts with no interceptions, he's behind only Dak Prescott with 176. So let me go back. Stroud has 151 most passing attempts as a rookie without an interception to start their career. Dak has 176, and Tua has 152. So he's one behind Tua, a good little margin behind Dak Prescott. But like I said, the way he's been balling, the way he's been moving, he's so poised. He put the ball in a good spot. Doesn't really put it in harm's way. You watch his games, honestly. He's really, I've seen probably threw the ball in harm's way maybe twice or three times in 4 games. That's not bad, and that's not bad at all in my opinion. So, uh, like I said, everything he's been doing, man, he's been looking good at it. And also one more thing, he's been staying out throwing the ball as well, for over 300 yards. And he's done that twice so far, and he's the only quarterback to do that in their first 4 games as well. Um, Outside of Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert in 2020. So yeah, he's in great company. Also, he's the first Texans quarterback through the first 4 games also to throw for 200 yards or more in his first 4 career games. So he's been making moves. He's been making these receivers look good. Also, Nico Collins, who I always thought was pretty solid. Made some good moves last year with guys like Davis Mills at their quarterback, but he's coming alive. Tank Dell has some good moments, and yet they're doing this without a true number one guy. Wait till he gets one. That's the scary part. Wait till he gets one. Defense looks pretty good. D'Amico Ryan's defense looking pretty nice. So it's like, man, the Panthers, who were at one point in time were rumored to take C.J. Stroud, they took Bryce Young, which I was happy with. I think, and I say still, but I did think during the draft process that Young would be better. I didn't think he would look this bad. Um, but man, I'm thinking they might have kicked themselves in the butt because Stroud looks amazing. He really does, and he's carving up veteran defenses. He's carving up young defenses. He's putting on a pretty good show. And then he goes on the 2-2 versus my Atlanta Falcons week 5. And one thing about my Falcon, and also his O line will be back together in full health, if I'm not mistaken, for week 5 unless something changes. And my Falcons can put no pressure on the quarterback, none whatsoever. And that's the scary part. So he's gonna have no pressure on week 5 in his face. He's gonna be able to step up, move and groove how he wants to move, and he's gonna have guys down the field to throw the ball to, like Nico Collins, Tank Dell, the 2 running backs they have, Damian Pierce, Devin Singletary, the tight end. What's my man name from the Cowboys? The Dalton Schultz. So they have some weapons. They have some decent weapons. None that really stand out by name, but when you see these guys play this year, they're definitely playing pretty well. They're all clicking pretty well with C.J. Stroud. All like they have pretty good chemistry with him. So, and looking at Stroud's leadership, hearing him talk after the game yesterday in their win over the Steelers, he's talking good as well. Not braggadocious, not over the top. Just speaking the truth, speaking life to the organization, trying to change the culture one day at a time, one game at a time, each Sunday, each Thursday, Monday, whatever game they play. So I do expect greatness from C.J. Stroud now. He's been proven so far that he expects it from himself and his teammates also. And I knew D'Amico Ryans would be a pretty good head coach. I've been saying that all off season. I predicted him to get this job also, so it's not a surprise to me that he's doing well. I just didn't think they would be winning. I didn't think they'll win 2 games this fast. They had a decent schedule so far, and they beat 2 decent teams, the Steelers and the Jaguars, 2 teams a lot of people had going to the playoffs, and um, and my Falcons also is a team some people had in the playoffs also, either the winner of the NFC South or a wild card spot. So as of right now, I think the Texans are underdogs. I don't know why. I think they're going to beat us, but we'll see. I love our team, but I don't like our quarterback situation, and that's Desmond Ritter. So I think Stroud outplays Ritter. Hopefully he doesn't. But just being honest, the way it looks right now, I think he might outplay Ritter. And then our defense, as I said, we don't get pass rush at all. So we need guys like Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell to step up and shut down and make some turnovers happen. So that's the only way I see us really winning the game. Our defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen kind of confusing Stroud, but as of right now, nothing phasing them. Different coverages. The pressures coming off the edge of the middle is not phasing him too much. He's not making that many bad mistakes that are really going to cost the team. So it's like, man, he's just so poised. He's just so good at what he does, and he's just top notch right now. So it's scary. It's scary. Wait till the O line gets there in full, which is next week, this upcoming week 5. Wait till he gets a number one and number two, real number one options. Because right now, Collins is cool, but he's not a number one, yet, skill wise. Tank Dell is cool, but he's not a number one right now either. Dalton Schultz is cool, but upgrade could be had over the next couple of years. So it's like, man, and the defense playing well. Will Anderson, uh, Derek Stingley, I know he's been out, well, he's out on the pup list now, but the whole entire team is playing pretty solid. The young guys on defense is playing pretty solid also. So the Texans looking very good. The future looking bright. People question, why'd you get Stroud and Will Anderson back to back? Why'd you trade up and waste a pick? That's not wasteful. That's not wasting. You guys, those guys, excuse me, Texans fans have two cornerstones who looking pretty good so far. Will Anderson on defense and C.J. Stroud on offense, with a young receiver that looks good in Tank Dell also. So, sky's the limit for this Texans team. They could maybe potentially win the AFC South. Maybe it's a slim chance, but if they continue to play this well, they might be in the hunt towards the end of the season. But the Titans are winning also. Jags should be winning out and getting more confidence in themselves also. So and the Colts winning. The Colts are looking dangerous too. So we'll see how everything goes, but should be a pretty good matchup. My Falcons and the Texans week 5, but I do expect right now the Texans to beat us, but we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. But that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.